Welcome to The Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to finally take control of your financial future, you are in the exact right place. Look, we all know practically everyone across Australia is feeling the squeeze right now. Between groceries, rent, electricity, and fuel, the cost of living is putting this immense, almost crushing pressure on household budgets. It can feel totally overwhelming, right? But what if you could shift from that constant state of financial anxiety to one of total financial control? Well, today we are going to walk through the 2026 Financial Playbook. This is not about impossible sacrifices. It's about practical, actionable strategies straight from the latest data and updates to help you manage your money like a pro. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We're going to cover 4 key areas today, moving from those micro daily habits that you control all the way to macro July 2026 reforms and government safety nets. We'll hit winning the everyday budget, tax and wage reforms, claiming your government benefits, and finally, your weekly financial review. All right, jumping straight into section 1, winning the everyday budget. So, I have a question for you. Where does your money actually go? Seriously, think about it for a second. The data shows that simple, everyday habit changes could literally help you keep an extra $500 in your pocket every single month. And no, you don't have to get a second job or completely give up everything you enjoy to do it. But so many of us know exactly what we earn, yet we are totally blind to the hidden leakage. It's those morning coffees, the takeaway meals because you're exhausted, the express delivery fees, and those sneaky digital subscriptions you completely forgot you signed up for. This quiet drain happens to the absolute best of us, but plugging these holes is step number 1. And this brilliantly illustrates the core problem. You simply cannot improve what you don't measure. Before you try to make a super strict budget or restrict your spending, you need a baseline. So the very first challenge from our playbook is this. For the next 7 days, write down every single expense. I mean, everything, from your rent payment down to a pack of gum. And here's the trick. Don't judge your spending during this week. Just measure it. I promise you are going to quickly notice habits you never even realized existed. Once you've got that baseline, it's time to start applying some highly effective daily habits. Things like making meal plans and never shopping when you're hungry, ruthlessly canceling unused subscriptions, and making sure you review your insurance and internet plans yearly so they don't just auto-renew at a higher price. But I really want you to pay special attention to 2 absolute game changers here, the 24-hour rule and automating your savings. For any non-essential purchase, just wait 1 full day. It's amazing how many impulse buys just vanish when you sleep on it. Second, automate your savings the absolute second your paycheck hits your account. When it comes to saving, consistency beats size every single time. Moving on to Section 2, 2026 Tax and Wage Reforms. Now, what's really interesting about this is how the macro environment is shifting. As of July 1, 2026, millions of Australians are experiencing some massive financial changes that directly affect their paychecks. Notice how the math actually works in your favor here. The lowest income tax rate dropped from 16% down to 15% for income between $18,201 and $45,000. This means eligible Australians actually get to keep more of their hard-earned money. If you earn around $45,000 annually, you could pay up to $268 less in tax over the financial year. It's a vital piece of extra relief against that high cost of living. Then there's the shift to payday super. Previously, employers could pay superannuation every few months, but now, employers are generally required to pay your super at the exact same time as your wages, typically hitting your super fund within 7 business days. This is a huge win for workers. You get your retirement savings sooner, you get way better transparency so you know you're actually being paid, and crucially, it gives your investments more time to grow through compound returns. So the crucial point is this number right here, $26.44. That is the new national minimum wage per hour. This bump benefits millions of workers covered by minimum wage and award agreements. But keep in mind the nuance here. For most employees, this increase applies from the first full pay period on or after July 1st. So you might not see that higher pay immediately on July 1st, but rather in your first eligible payroll cycle right after that date. Now, beyond tax and wages, there are a few other vital July 1 updates you should definitely be aware of. Australia's paid parental leave scheme has been expanded, giving eligible parents a longer period of government-funded support. The Medicare levy low-income thresholds have also increased, meaning lower-income earners might pay less or even avoid the levy entirely at tax time. Plus, Centrelink payments have been updated under annual indexation. The big takeaway from all these reforms? Check your very first payslip after July 1st. Ensure your tax withholding is right, keep an eye on your super, and make absolutely sure you are maximizing your take-home pay. Which leads us to Section 3, claiming your government benefits. There is this persistent, annoying myth out there that working people simply don't qualify for benefits. And because of it, thousands of people miss out on crucial government support every single year just because they listen to rumors instead of checking official sources. Let's make this overwhelming system a bit easier to digest. If you lose your job or have a sudden income drop, look into the job seeker payment. Raising kids? Check out the family tax benefit. Renting? You might actually qualify for Commonwealth rent assistance. Caring for someone? Look into the care payment and allowance. High medical costs can be offset by a healthcare card, and older Australians should absolutely be checking the age pension. Finally, if high utility bills are dragging you down, many states offer specific energy concessions. Just match your current life situation to the benefit, and always verify your eligibility on official government websites. Let's move to and see how this builds into our final section, your weekly financial review. So we've covered the micro daily savings habits, the macro tax reforms, and the government safety nets. Now we need a capstone habit to tie the whole shebang together. And the best part? It literally takes 5 minutes a week. Step 1, track what you spent over the last 7 days. Step 2, review what was actually necessary versus what was just a quick impulse or convenient spend. Step 3, adjust for next week. Did you forget to wait 24 hours on a big purchase? Did a random subscription renew that you forgot to cancel? Adjust it now. Staying consistent with a simple 3-step routine keeps you hyper-aware of your money, and it prevents tiny financial mistakes from snowballing into super expensive problems down the line. Which brings us to the end of our explainer. You now have the 2026 financial playbook. You know the power of measuring your expenses, you understand how to leverage the new tax and wage reforms, you know how to map your life to government benefits, and you've got your weekly review routine. So, I'm going to leave you with a direct challenge. What is the very first thing you will change about your finances today? Don't just clip away and forget about this. Choose just one habit right now. Cancel a subscription, go check your payslip, or start writing down today's expenses. Take back control of your money today.